Hey, it's Catherine here from Moonstarlodge. If you're new, I'm a tarot reader since the early 70s, and we run an Indigenous education, arts, and spirituality center in Central Ontario. I'm a minister, formerly a spiritualist minister, and I've transferred my license to Wolf Island Indigenous Church. And church is not in the traditional sense of church. It's just a spiritual body in this sense. I bring weekly videos, sometimes 2 of them on Instagram. And we've been doing it this way for 2 years now since the onset of the pandemic. But we teach, we do ceremony, and we look forward to the time when the pandemic has run its course and we're able to get back to be with our community in person. But this particular reading I'm doing for you today covers the period of time from the 17th of January until the 23rd. The 17th is a full moon. It's a full moon in apogee, which means that the moon is in the furthest part of its elliptical orbit away from the Earth. In our shamanic culture, we use this time to do specific journeying ceremonies rather than, say, healing of a person in this dimension. We do a lot of journeying from the tonal, which is everything you see and hear and has a name in this third dimension, to the nagual, which is the field of all possibilities. This is where the creator, we call it Wankantanka, the great mystery, call it God, call it whatever you want, but it's the consciousness that permeates everything. We go in journey on apogee full moons particularly, so they don't happen that many times in a year, but when they do, we jump on that bandwagon. To that end, we create moon cycle charts so that we can know exactly when they're planning to happen and we can formulate specific ceremonies. And so I will be doing that on Monday. So this video comes to you on the Sunday at noon so that you can prepare. Let's go to the cards, Brian. So just like I did for the Friday reading, excuse me, I'm using the borderless edition of the Raincoast Tarot by an exquisite artist by the name of Christoph James in British Columbia. I've used his Crowley Aquatint in previous videos. His Raincoast Dreams is the Oracle, which is in the upper line. Here's another version of the Raincoast Tarot that I have, which is a white bordered edition. And then I have the mini that I can take in my purse, which is a black bordered edition. I love them all. I actually have an extra copy of this one in the studio, brand new, ready for somebody who wants to come by and pick it up. But these are numbered editions, and he's just coming out with his Hallucinataro. It's an Indiegogo project, and it's limited to, I believe, 100. So if you're interested in his artwork, that Hallucinataro is a double majors. So there's 44 cards. The first 22 are the original majors plus additional majors. Anyway, here's to the reading. So we start with the Seven of Candles, which is a card always of protection. This individual is protecting his idea, and because it's the passion, it's the flow, it's the energy to create. Now it's interesting because this Three of Candles was on the reading which went out for Friday. We also have the Strength card, which was in the reading for Friday. So apparently there's a continuity of ideas happening here. So whatever was created on the weekend, this person feels in a need to defend the ideas and the energies being placed into it. Don't let external pressures screw you up. Because I'm visually impaired, I have to pull these cards forward to read what it says. Meditate on the nature of impermanence. Same bearded dude here, interestingly enough. So impermanence is a very Buddhist concept. The need to defend, this is telling me, is short-lived. So it's not a permanent need. You don't have to go in defensive stance. But also the ebb and flow of life. Life is a constant set of changes. So like gas, this too shall pass. We need strength. We need strength for the defense, but we need strength for the new idea that this is passionately being worked on, because just a few days ago it was just an idea being formulated. Now it's a plan of action. So with strength, as I said the other day, I really like this card because she's not forcing open the mouth of the lion. She's not conquering it. She's listening to ancestors, and she's looking back in support of this fellow. The card clarifying it is being wronged is nothing once it's forgotten. So whoever pressured you and annoyed you here or wronged you, it means nothing. It's the same concept as the impermanence. You let it go and it can no longer hurt you. As you move along, because this is a story that's in flow or in motion, the world is your oyster. Wow, you're going to come to a completion cycle with this new idea, at least completing the phase that it's, or you can see that the end is in sight. The best victory is to conquer yourself. So this tells me don't get into second guessing and weirding out your ideas and your flow of energy here. Three of Candles is a reminder that there was a beginning to this journey, and there may be another phase of it starting. So formulate, because this is an ending, this is or a completion rather, this is a formulating quickly a new idea. Clarifying it is meditation is a secular practice, not a religion. So it's meant to be a daily function. It's not tied to a guru. Don't let anybody influence you at this point, okay? Stay in your meditation. Allow your own connection to source or the ancestors. We had an ancestor card at the end of last week, and that's about listening to your guides and teachers. Meditation will bring that to you. The Knight of Swords, in this deck, there are two Knights of Swords. One does not look like John Lennon, and this one does look like John Lennon in the numbered deck. This Knight of Swords is a fellow who's quick thinking, well-spoken. Certainly John Lennon was all of those things, but this is the energy that you're being asked to bring. Bring the energy of quick thinking, of being able to cut through with the intellect. Swords are air cards, and they're about the mind and intellect. So be the knight and make progress. Knights are always making progress and going after that which they need. This knight card is clarified by the sage is a man, who rids himself of his ego. Also, the sage is on a horse. So you're coming at your victorious end here without a sense of ego. What ends this journey is the Sun card. So you have illumination, you have joy. This crow appears, or appeared the other day in the, I believe it was the Knight of Pentacles. The crow is always, crows and ravens are present to us in the Southwest on the medicine wheel. They are the call to the shaman. He's looking back here at the night. You are completing. What's clarifying this is we are waves, but we are also the ocean. We are all part of the whole. We are simply waves as singular expressions of the whole. So we are all expressing ourselves. You can flip the camera. We are all expressions of this divine field of all possibilities, this consciousness. We are but singular expressions of that. One wave that rolls to the shore eventually withdraws and rolls back and becomes part of the collective energy of the body of water. This is a beautiful reading. No reversed cards, and it's a gift. What better way to use this beautiful full moon in apogee? Having the Mercury retrograde is not a deficit. People roll their eyes and go, "Oh my God," turn off the computers and don't try and communicate. No, it's about slowing down. Yeah, Mercury retrograde does cause sometimes problems with equipment, but because when Mercury is spinning in its normal direction or orbit, and really it always is, it just appears to be moving backwards. The slowing down, or the impression of slowing down, is to get us to slow down our overactive minds, because most of us in this third dimension think too much. This is asking us to slow down and be present to ourselves. So the meditation card as a secular practice is perfect. It's perfect. We just need to honor that this time is all about making plans for the rest of the year. We're still in just the middle, this full moon of this first moon cycle of talks with relations. So we've got glorious opportunities here in 2022. This validates that impression for me, absolutely. So enjoy this week, and we'll be back on Instagram on Wednesday and Friday, and we'll see you back here on YouTube on next weekend. Aho, miigwech.